Hello everybody, 53 Plays here, and welcome back to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube. In the last part we left off where we bought the spellbook, and we had to go get Ginny's 3 items that she lost in Diagon Alley. If you remember correctly, she lost them in the Magical Menagerie, Gambol Japes, and the Leaky Cauldron, so we're going to go ahead in this part and fetch those items after this loading screen gets done. Alright, so here we are back in Diagon Alley. We're outside the Leaky Cauldron. And so we have to go and get those 3 items. The brass scales, the quill, and the spellotape. We're first going to go ahead and get the brass scales and the Magical Menagerie. Let's go ahead and just see what's over here first. Okay, we have these barrels. I don't think we hit these yet, if I recall correctly. Let's go ahead and just hit these first. Okay. So yeah, these barrels, if I didn't hit them already, they have sickles inside them. So we can go ahead and get these. Okay. And there are also some barrels up here, too.
Ouch.
That serves you right. So let's go ahead and hit these. So we have, actually, you know what? I think this might actually be a glitch or something, because we have 26 sickles I just saw. I think that's a glitch. Alright, but nonetheless, actually, hold on. Did I get these? No, I didn't get these. Alright, let's get those. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and get the brass scales and Magical Menagerie right here. This blue building right here. And what's going to happen here actually is this place is actually closed. So we couldn't really do anything in here until after we got this spellbook. And you're going to see why right now.
We're closed. I'm feeding the stock. Keep out.
So as you can see right here, there are these barrels here. We couldn't hit these until we got our spellbook. So we can go ahead and hit these barrels right here. Get a sickle out of there. And if you look through this window, you can see there's like the stock room right there. There's some creatures and stuff in there. And I must say, actually, so we have to go in through this door, and I must say that, like, this part, what we're going to do right here, is one of my favorite elements in this game.
Didn't you hear me, boy? I said, we're closed now. Go away.
He's a real jerk.
I don't know. Kids today.
Yeah, kids today. Most kids nowadays are on their tablets and phones and stuff, and or into video games and stuff and all that. Okay, so as you saw, there was a closed door and a switch, which is over by the other side. And this part right here, we're going to have to be careful because he's going to wander around the area, and we basically have to sneak past him and get to that switch on the other side. And if we get caught, if he sees us, he is going to cast a spell, namely Locomotor Mortis, on us, and we're going to get our legs locked, and we're basically going to have to start over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens if you get caught, because actually this kinds of thing, this type of minigame happens in Hogwarts and other places too. So I'm going to show you what happens when we get caught.
The puffskins are looking hungry. I see you, boy.
And see, that's what happens if you get caught. He just says, "I see you, boy," and we get stuck.
Get out of my shop.
Yeah, he's a stern guy. So that's what happens if you get caught, if he sees you. So I just wanted to show that. But now we're going to go ahead and sneak past him and get to that switch. Because that switch will unlock that closed door. So we're back out here. Okay. And I remember when I first got this back in 4th grade, it was a little tricky to do this part of the game. I couldn't get past this.
I wonder if the noise of a spell might distract him.
Yeah, so as Harry said, you can also fire Flipendo to sort of distract him from his path. So he's going to walk. Okay, he's going to go back. He's going behind the display shelf. Okay, he's over
So I
there.
can just stay out of his way.
Okay. It'd be very wise to use the camera, so you can tilt it to sort of see where he's coming in, of course. Alright. Hit the switch. Okay, where is he at? Oh, shoot. And also that same creature that was in that Borgin and Burks is also in here. Okay, where is that guy? I can't see very well. Where is that guy?
Flubber worms need feeding.
He's over here. Oh, there he is. Shoot. Okay, where's he going? Okay.
If I'm careful, I should be able to creep past him.
Okay, where's he going? He's going this way. Oh, I just noticed there's a glass jar right above us.
Flubber worms need feeding.
I think I can go ahead and hit it, but just, let's see. Okay, come on, guy. Come on, go over this way. I know. Here's a tip. Here, I'll do this.
Come here, boy.
Haha, now come this way.
If I'm careful, I should be able to creep past him.
Alright, we are past him. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you can also do that. Like, make him, like, see you, and then he'll go towards where you were at. So here we are, and there is Ginny's brass scales right here.
Ginny's brass scales!
But first, before we go back, let's get this treasure chest, and here is our next Witches and Wizards card. We're almost up to 10.
Number 28, Tilly Toke.
This is number 28, Tilly Toke. Born 1903, died 1991. So we're pretty much all done in here. Now we need to backtrack and get out of the shop and avoid the arrogant shopkeeper. Okay.
I see you, boy.
Alright, let's see. He is going that way, and we can leave. Come on, shut up, creature. Alright. Oh, look at this, a snail. Wow. Yeah, I always used to notice that snail when I played this when I was younger. So, we got the brass scales. Now we just need to go ahead and get the quill in Gambol Japes and the spell tape inside the Leaky Cauldron. And then we'll be able to return them back to Ginny and then get to our next part. But yeah, I did that mini game where you have to avoid like a character and like so he doesn't cast Locomotive Mortis on you. I love that. I love that aspect of this game. So now in here is Gambol Japes, the Wizarding Joke Shop, and this shop won't really have much of a challenge. It's basically just the item is just kind of hidden in a storage room. So there's not going to be a lot of a challenge, like a lot of enemies or anything in here. But first, let's go ahead and go over here. We can cast Lumos on this bookcase. Also, I like the sound effects in here too. And we can go in here, and let's see, down here is pretty much just a storeroom. Inside here is a Witches and Wizards card.
Number 32.
Number 32.
Bridget Wenlock.
Bridget Wenlock, born 1202. I think there was another... Oh, there's some barrels right here. I got a sickle out of that. And there's nothing else in that bookcase on the opposite side, so we can go down here. We also have enough sickles to purchase these Stink Pellets right here.
How much are Stink Pellets?
4 sickles for a pack of 10.
We certainly have enough sickles, so let's go ahead
Some
and buy a
Stink
pack.
Pellets!
Stink Pellets are a really cool weapon in this game. You can, like, fire them. You can, like, equip them, and then you can, like, toss them on the ground, and it'll release a very disgusting odor, which you can use to stun prefects. And it's pretty useful when you're in that minigame with the prefects and characters wandering around. So we go through this door right here. If you want to get the magical measure to the top, you'll need to cast a perfect Flipendo spell on it. To do that, build up the power on your wand for as long as you dare, hold down Flipendo button, and then cast the spell just before it overpowers. So right over here we have this magical measure and this little crawl space with a door on right here. Let me just go over here for a sec. Is there anything over here? Nope, nothing. Just space taken up by storage. And we also can't go through this door, it's locked. Because it's the, of course, it's the area where the shopkeeper is at. So we have to basically hold Flipendo down and release it at the right time. So let's see if this works.
Flipendo!
Alright, it did. First try. So we can go through here. And we have another storage room. And there's the quill right there. It's being surrounded by these barrels, which we can smash.
Ginny's quill!
And there's the quill we got. Also in this treasure chest, let's see what's in here.
Oh.
Oh, it's a chocolate frog. We can certainly use that. We didn't have some health. We had some health we were missing. Alright, so we're pretty much all done in here now. I believe I've gotten everything I need. So that leaves one place left to go, and that is the Leaky Cauldron. Let's actually get some more Stink Pellets, by the way.
Stink Pellets?
4 sickles for a pack of 10.
Some stink pellets.
Just in case. Let's go ahead and also equip these. I forgot. I usually like to equip them with the B button, just to keep the Flipendo and Lumos in their place. So we're all done here. We have one place left to go, the Leaky Cauldron, and that is our last location of our missing item. It's actually going to be quite of a challenge in Leaky Cauldron. It's going to be kind of long to get the item. But actually, first let me show you what the Stink Pellets does. Let her rip, Harry Potter!
Stop it.
I would never have believed it of the famous Harry Potter.
Yeah, those are really fun. Those are really fun to use. Let's go ahead and save. And let's go inside the Leaky Cauldron. And here we are inside Leaky Cauldron. Hey, there's Hagrid. What's up, Hagrid?
Did I tell you, I've been having a bit of trouble lately with flesh-eating slugs. The Leaky Cauldron's the finest pub in London, Harry. It's got a huge cellar, you know.
A huge cellar indeed. The cellar is actually right over there, but first I want to take you around the place right here. It's a pretty big area. I like this area. Some patrons right here. Let's see, can we talk to anybody? Nope. Let's use our Stink Pellet. Alright, we can't talk to these guys. Alright. We can't go in here, it's locked. No idea what's in there unless it's like... No, it's not the bar. It's not the bar, okay, so... Yeah, it's just a door to nowhere, so... Let's see, we can talk to the bartender here.
There's more than butterbeer down in the cellar, you know, Mr. Potter.
And he also says something else too, let's see if I can get to it.
There's more than butterbeer down in the cellar, you know, Mr. Potter.
It's not that.
The Leaky Cauldron cellar is a great place to explore, Mr. Potter.
Yeah, so he says those two things. So he talks about the cellar right here. So we need to go this way. We need to break these barrels right here. And get these signals. Now it looks like we can just get the spell tape right now. But watch. Nope. It was a trap. So we're down here in the cellar now. So we need to, let's see, what's over this way? Yeah, there's some barrels in a bottle here. We can hit this bottle, or barrel, for a birdie bots bean. But if we hit the bottle, we can get some more beans out of it. Usually about 3. We can also hit these barrels to get more. So we need to go ahead and hit this switch right here. This switch is going to raise the cellar door up and keep it shut and open up this door right here. So now we need to basically get back up to the top on the top floor. So here's basically the main cellar area right here. We got a bottle here. Beans. See anything else? Nope. Alright, now you can see over here there's a fire crab. Let's use the L target and we need to knock it unconscious with Flipendo. Get these beans out of here. Keep an eye on the fire crab because it will wake back up. Because if you get too close to it, it's going to spurt out like a little flame, and then it can damage you. So let's go through these barrels right here. And I had a lot of trouble knowing about this when I was younger. I didn't know about this until after I got to Hogwarts. But there is a Witches and Wizards card in this treasure chest. So if you're trying to get all the Wizards cards, do not forget this location. We're almost up to 10, by the way.
Number 27, Mirabella Plunkett.
Number 27. So yeah, I didn't know about this location until I looked at a walkthrough once, briefly. Oh yeah, there was the fire crab. Okay, where is that? Okay, and no, I did not use that walkthrough cheat. I just wanted to see where the wizard cards are. So no, I did not beat this game totally by walkthrough, just to let you know. So we have to avoid those barrels that rolled out. Let's hit this bottle right here. And barrels. As you can see, we start out with 50 Birdie Bots beans. Later in the game, we can increase it to 100 and 150. But for now, we're just going to go through this door. And the floor breaks right there. So let's look around in this room right here. We have a big floor down there. We have a set of stairs on the other side. So let's see. We also have a box over there. What we need to do is actually wall sneak to the other side. As you can see with that box, it's way on the edge. So we're gonna have to push that box onto the floor beneath, and we can use that box to climb up to the other side.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and push this. And we can just let go, and then we can tap the control stick up to climb up. Let's go ahead and get these beans. Also, be a little careful. Sometimes when you're at an edge, sometimes you can accidentally jump off an edge. But if you do walk kind of slowly, Harry will kind of stutter. Is it going to work on this one? Yeah, like that. Yeah. So if you're on an edge and there's a chasm underneath, he will kind of hesitate and step back. So let's go ahead and go up these stairs now that we're on the other side. And we have this dark room with nothing really in here. It's just completely pitch black. We need to use Lumos. We get this glowing wall. We can push it. And we are back in the top floor of the Leaky Cauldron. Huzzah! We can finally get the spell tape, but first, let her rip! I couldn't resist doing that. So here's the spell tape. And we're pretty much all done with this quest. We can finally return these to Ginny. And so that's pretty much sort of the basics, sort of like a little tutorial of some of the things we're going to see at Hogwarts. We are going to see that adventure with the in the Magical Menagerie. We're going to see that a lot more in this game at Hogwarts. So let's go ahead and return these.
Hello there, Harry.
I found all your things, Ginny.
Oh, Harry, you're so wonderful.
No, really. It was nothing.
You're such a kind boy, Harry. Here, have a chocolate frog for your efforts.
Thanks, Mrs. Weasley.
Gilderoy Lockhart signing copies of his latest book in Flourish and Blots. We were thinking of going in to see him. Would you like to come with us, Harry?
Oh, well, okay then. Thanks.
Let's go inside.
Alright, so word is on the street that Gilderoy Lockhart is in the Diagon Alley signing copies of his book. So we need to go inside Flourish and Blots. And we're going to get kind of a long cutscene here, actually. So I'm not going to do probably too much talking in this cutscene. It's just going to just show Gilderoy Lockhart and everyone else. So let's watch.
Great Scott! Is that... No, surely not. It is. It's Harry Potter! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect moment for me to make an important announcement. I have great pleasure in announcing that this term, I will be taking up the post of Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
And of course, there's Draco Malfoy.
Bet you loved that, didn't you, Potter? Famous Harry Potter. Can't even go into a bookshop without making the front page.
Leave him alone. He didn't want all that.
Potter's got a girlfriend.
I suppose your parents will go hungry for a month to pay for all the books you're going to need at Hogwarts. Here, girl, take this one. It's the least I can do to help out the poor and needy.
Let me give you some coaching, Harry. Fame is a fickle friend, and I would encourage you to be careful how you play the fame game, so to speak. Be sparing with your public appearances at first, and watch the company you keep.
Harry!
Why, I remember the time when I was writing my second bestseller, Gadding with Ghouls.
Harry, we've missed the train!
I believed the more exposure I got in the press, the better my career would progress.
Missed the train?
Trouble was, I became overexposed.
Yes! The Hogwarts Express left 5 minutes ago.
And it wasn't until I went mysteriously missing for 3 weeks,
Oh no! What are we going to do?
subsequently leaking the story to the Prophet,
Well, I know that Dad took the flying car to work this morning. It's parked in Charing Cross Road.
that I'd been captured by trolls in the wilds of Stockton-on-Tees,
Okay, it's our only chance of getting to school on time.
that I managed to regain my former prominent position as the world's most popular wizard. Harry? Oh,
Yeah, Gilderoy Lockhart was there just blabbering to himself about his fame and stuff. It was kind of funny how he was alternating between him and Harry and Ron. It's kind of interesting. So they've missed the train and they need to go get the car. And there's more dialogue.
I'll meet you in the courtyard outside the Leaky Cauldron.
Alright, so Ron's over there to wait for us while we speak to him. But first, before we go ahead and talk to him, we need to go get our potion vial. So we have to go all the way to Mr. Molepepper's apothecary, which was right across from Magical Menagerie. And we need to go ahead and get this item before we can progress to Hogwarts. So after this loading screen, we will go ahead and enter the shop and pay up for a new potion vial. And it's a little bit pricey for this potion vial. It actually costs more than Stink Pellets. It's going to cost 8 sickles. We have 30. You'll notice there's a cauldron right here with some purple stuff in it, and that's actually Wiggenweld. Also, there's some jars up here too. Nothing in that. Chocolate frog. We didn't really need it, but let's go ahead and pay for the potion vial.
Excuse me, how much is this potion vial?
It costs 8 sickles.
I'd like to buy that, please.
Thank you. You're very welcome to fill your potion vial with Wiggenweld Stamina Potion. The Wiggenweld's in the large cauldron, over there.
And so we get this little dialogue box. To fill your Wiggenweld vial, stand by the cauldron and press A. When Harry is low on stamina, he will automatically drink the potion. Now, whenever you're on an adventure and you have this, and you have some Wiggenweld with you, if you run out of health, or run very low on it, he's going to drink all the Wiggenweld in this vial. So it's basically sort of like a second chance, sort of extra life sort of thing. So we got that. We can go ahead and finally talk to Ron. We have pretty much everything we have everything we need. We've pretty much done everything in here in Diagon Alley. And after the screen's done, we'll go ahead and meet Ron, which he is not too far away. He's just over in the courtyard. So yeah, say goodbye to this area. Wish we could have gone to this bank right here. Also, let's check our remember all. We haven't been here for a while. So yeah, there's Diagon Alley. Those stars represent places that are like relevant and important to our current part of the story. And there's Borgin and Burke's, which was down there. And then Leaky Cauldron. There's the top floor in the cellar. Gambol Japes, Flourish and Blots, Mr. Molepepper's Apothecary, Magical Menagerie. And let's see what's over here. Our Folio Magi and our Book of Spells. And our to-do list. Meet Ron in the Leaky Cauldron Courtyard. So this is pretty much everything we've done. And there's our Wiggenweld Potion Vial and our sickles and stuff, our Stink Pellets. We can only equip up to 15 Stink Pellets, but we have 12. So, let's go ahead and meet Ron all the way on the other side of Diagon Alley. Oh, there's a sign up there. I just noticed. Flourish and Blots. Excellent. We're actually going to call it the end of part 3 right here. Let's go ahead and save. So, in the next part, we're going to go ahead and talk to Ron and get the car and make our way to Hogwarts and see what happens next. So, until next part, this is 53 Plays saying have a good day, and I'll see you in the next part.